Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Hey, Dave. Well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. So the Nets starting five. Thomas is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the 1. Here's Chiozza. The dish to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Here's Chiozza. He's guarded by Markkanen. Chiozza, no good. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense.
Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Allen against Carter. LeVert trying to get open. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
To the middle. Passes it to Harris. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. And it's LeVert missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Porter kicks to Carter. Back to Porter. Pass to Satoransky. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Out left to the wing. Here's Chiozza. White covering. Here's LeVert. That one off the back iron and out.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Pass to Allen. Stolen by Carter. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And finished off by Porter.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Chiozza. Light covering. Trying to end the drought. And that one, good.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing here by 8. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Levine's checked in for Satoransky. And the Nets making a change here. And Thomas has it in the corner. Goes up at the stripe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
White finds Levine, and Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Lance Thomas. And Luwawu subbed in for Harris. Johnson, the pass to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Trying to get open is Johnson. Allen, that's good.
You like Allen to keep his concentration. Refuses to let the defense out-muscle or outwork him.
That's tipped. Johnson outside. Looking for Allen and gets it there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, that's just tremendous length. Exceptional hands, Jared Allen. Nice and easy.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine inside the three-point line. The offensive rebound. Carter kicks to Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's just tremendous quickness. It makes Levine difficult not to foul.
Free throw good, Levine. Good on both. Here's Kurucs. He's guarded by Markkanen. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Chicago with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. Versatility is so important in today's NBA.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Young and Carter are the big men inside. Chris Dunn is out there with Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Allen. 6 points for him. And there's the pass to Kurucs. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Well, effective off the dribble. Young cashing in. Perfect form on that pull-up jumper.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Dunn passes to Cornette. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Back to Kurucs. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Down low, Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
Levine's checked in for the Bulls.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy has proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Luwawu. The putback. But they get it back. Crawford outside. Goes up again, and that one is good. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Levine, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
Johnson, the pass to Karuch. The 11-footer. That shot off. The Bulls leading by 7. And Levine, here we go. Yep, it counts. Levine's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
On the wing, Johnson. Dunn covering. Johnson kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Luwawu. Dunn covering. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. Inside. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Karuch.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Dunn dishes to Levine. Back to Dunn. Passes it to Cornette. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris' specialty? I think it is.
Outside Levine. Over Crawford. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Young against Harris. Crawford outside. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The layup off target. Young pass to Levine. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, we know Zach LaVine has got tremendous athleticism, but he's also got tremendous basketball skill, and putting it to work here.
Johnson, that's for 2. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Zach LaVine making.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got LeVert. Jared Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Harris. And it's Chiozza in the point. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. And the jam by Levine.
Boy, you do not want Levine getting all the way to the rack. Where is the rotation?
Pass to Chiozza. Harris looking it over. Here's Allen. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 11 points for Allen.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
Back to White. Pulls up. Again, Chicago.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Chiozza. Defended by Carter. Allen in the post. White's there. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Outside, Markkanen. Over Thomas. Keeps it alive. Levine on the follow. Levine's got 21 in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Stolen by Markkanen. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Levine with the ball. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Here's Chiozza. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Chiozza's got his second basket of the night.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
To the middle, here's Porter. And that time, also a missed shot.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's LeVert, and the shot is good. And now it's just a 4-point Chicago lead.
It's not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Levine. That shot misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Oh, great ball movement there.
Chicago's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. White finds Levine. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
The game now all-time. LeVert's got 5 now.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Sederansky, Young out there with Valentine, and it's Cornet in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And second-round pick Kurucs ended up starting most of last season for the Nets as a rookie.
Well, think about it. Back in Europe, this guy was playing limited minutes for Barcelona. Some said they were trying to hide him from NBA scouts. But there is no question he is on everyone's radar now, Kev.
Here's Luwawu. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Harrison. Valentine. Nice persistence to chip it back up and in. Valentine's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Thomas against Markkanen. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. The 3 from Johnson. Let's keep it alive. Goes back up. And Allen with the nice bucket inside.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now Johnson. And it goes down 2 points. And the Nets lead by 1.
Well, Tyler Johnson doing work off the bounce to the cup. Pretty dry.
Levine finds White. Right side Levine. Back to White. Fires the 3. And the Bulls another 3.
Levine delivery in a big moment. What a game we've got.
Thomas against Markkanen. And stolen by White. In transition, here come the Bulls. The putback. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Thomas. He can't hit that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Up again. It's good on the putback. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly as for White.
Thomas against Markkanen. Right side Thomas. Pass to Chioza. Just 4 to shoot. Over Levine. It's tipped.
Well, with his vertical, Levine sends it back. That is nice.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Chicago leading by 4. White dishes to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. A 3 ball. And White kicks to Levine. And it's Chiozza with the rebound. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Levine, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Now think back to the 2014 NBA draft, the 13th pick overall. Zach LaVine goes out and gives an epic performance in the 2016 dunk contest.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
To the paint. It's LeVert on the wing. It's up a 3. Porter pulls it in. Here is Carter. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvement.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what
the activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum. And it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. So here's Miami's starting group. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Jared Allen. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Gioza in at the point guard position. Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this one?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Adebayo down low, defended by Allen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Butler. Allen with the rebound. Here's Chiosa. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Pass to LeVert. Allen left side. Here's Chiosa. Misses the three. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Chiosa's shot is good.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Harris against Butler. Here's Allen, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, the big fella is so skilled. I mean, Jared Allen's jump shot is excellent for a center. Solid mechanics, and it really spaces the floor for him and his teammates.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Butler finds Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Left side Jones. Back to Robinson. Passes it to Adebayo. Butler from outside. Miami with a new 14. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. To the inside. And here's Harris from the arc. And Jones pulls it down.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Here's Nunn with the second effort, and Adebayo with the lay-in. Adebayo's got his second bucket tonight.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here's Luwawu. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Olynyk up top. Pass to Hero. Outside, Jones. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Dragic from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Here's Temple, defended by Jones. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Dragic has it in the corner. Iguodala outside. The shot, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Heat up by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Crawford out there with Tyler Johnson. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Caruge in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Hero. He's still scoreless so far in this one. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Out to the right wing. And the pass to Olynyk. Here's Dragic from outside. No good. Shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Here's Temple after the made shot from Goran Dragic. And the shot goes in. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Luwawu's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Iguodala. Temple the pass to Luwawu. And the rejection by Iguodala. They retain possession. Johnson outside. Rebound by Iguodala.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Nets miss again. Miami leading by 8. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Crawford. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And here's Iguodala outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Caruge. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Caruth has got 6 here in this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that's the final possession with the night. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a... And...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Back to Jones. Passes it to Adebayo. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. Pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Heat making a switch here. Nets trail by 15. The feed to Thomas. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Here's Harris, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Harris reads these situations so well and knows exactly when to attack the defense.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why.
With the putback, and Leonard stays with it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Thomas. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Good ball movement here by Miami. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That 3 off the mark. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 16. Kind of a quirky personality for Jimmy Butler, more than a little mischief in his sense of fun.
Yeah, but he's always got a method to his madness, and I heard it once said that you have to dare to be great, and to dare to be great, you got to dare to be different, and Jimmy doesn't mind being different. How about listening to country music, something he started in college at Marquette to annoy his teammates, and then also this. Would you do this, Kevin? Give your phone number out at a press conference? Jimmy Butler, daring to be different and daring to be great.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Now here's Leonard. Over Allen, and the Heat get another bucket right there. 1:39 left to play in the third. Here's Chiota, and it's sent back by Leonard, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Heat also with the sub. Goran Dragic is checked in for Robinson.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
To the left wing. All alone. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. It's stolen by Dragic. Nunn passes to Dragic. Right side, Butler. Back to Dragic. Outside Leonard. Butler on the wing. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. And Miami also making a switch. Crowder's checked in. Now here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Johnson against Dragic. Johnson kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Rodions Kurucs. He's checked in for Luwawu. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Garrett Temple. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Here's Dragic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Chioza's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Heroes checked in for Leonard. Allen, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Johnson, the pass to Thomas. Shoots over Crowder. Allen controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Allen's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Shots good by Butler.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Allen. Johnson is out there with Harris. And it's Chioza in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And good that time. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And, you know, the timing Butler shows. Effective at going right up with his shot after the catch.
Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good name. A putback, it's Adebayo with the rebound. The pass to Hero over Johnson. Hero, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now, here's Adebayo. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Here's Dragic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Chioza, that shot missing. Some solid defense from Butler. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Allen left side. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with him. He won't let up.
Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA. Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Pass to Hall. Here's Crawford. Can't hit from the elbow.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Miami.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And after a number of battles over the course of this season series, this victory tonight is going to finish them off with an advantage of 3-1 on the year against the Nets.
To the wing right side. Outside Hill. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo finds Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Right wing. Here's Nunn. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Adebayo with the ball. Pass to Nunn. From deep three-point range, no good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Up next,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And checking out Chicago. Not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. And for Miami, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the one.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Levine against Robinson. And Levine, here we go. Markkanen on the follow.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Jones. Pass to Adebayo.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
Lets it go from deep. And it's White missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's Nunn. White covering Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Now, here is Robinson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
That one good for 2.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
In the corner, it's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
And there's some entertainment value in the windmill.
A rim shaker and a wrist breaker. Pass to Adebayo. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jones has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
and they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty. Agreed. The agility on display. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Back to Adebayo. Stolen by Markkanen. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Levine inside the three-point line. And he can't bank that one in.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Robinson finds Adebayo. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Butler against Porter. Butler, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
So dangerous off the pass. Porter has tremendous confidence in his ability to catch and shoot.
Robinson kicks to Butler. Stolen by Markkanen. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Levine, here we go. Robinson with the block. Passes it to Adebayo. Here's Jones. Good work defensively by Carter.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Here's Adebayo. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. The Bulls leading by 3. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Dunn right side. And the layup is good. Dunn's got his second bucket of the night.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Chicago with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
The kick out to Crowder. Olynyk trying to break loose. Shot by Crowder, no good.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Here's Iguodala. Makes it off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Bulls leading by 5. The pass to Satoransky. For the 3. Crowder pulls it in.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala. was actually Laurie's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Now, here's Olynyk. It's good. Olynyk's got his second basket.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Dunn passes to Young. Dragic against Dunn. Shot, high post. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And it's 8 points for Chris Dunn.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Iguodala kicks to Olynyk. Back to Iguodala. Pass to Olynyk. Kicks it out to Iguodala. 5 to shoot. Doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way. Inside. Here's Dunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Goran Dragic. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
And the Heat going with a whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Satoransky. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
In that matchup against the Bucks, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
White, he's checked in for the Bulls. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Silva, the pass to Adebayo. Banked in off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Back to Markkanen. Pass to Harrison. From outside the arc. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Butler. It's tipped. White inside. 20 points for him last game against Orlando. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. Silva, the pass to Leonard. Just 3 on the clock. He lays it in. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
And so it's Chicago. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They saw their lead grow to a high. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Chris Dunn getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami. The Bulls have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Now, here is Robinson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's White. Rebound by the Heat. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. Butler finds Jones. Three-pointer on the way. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Jones has got it back down to within single digits for Miami. Levine passes to White. Back to Levine. Outside, White. It's deflected. Here's Carter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. There's Porter with the three. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. And you look at White, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player for a rookie.
Outside, Robinson fires from the wing. And too long on the shot.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. On the wing, Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Just 5 to shoot. Young dishes to White. Outside, Porter. He kicks to Young. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Butler. White against Dragic. Here's Levine, and it's blocked. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
How about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
Markkanen can't get it to go. Porter against Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Euro comes in for Robinson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Levine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Butler finds Crowder. Here's Hero. Here's Leonard. The 15-footer. Good. Leonard's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Passes to Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. Defended by Butler. Here's Satoransky. Lays it up off the glass. Satoransky's got his second bucket.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And that's what happens when you swipe the ball from the opposition like Dragic did there. Sometimes you get rewarded in the open floor with an easy 2 points.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Outside, Dragic. Feeds to Leonard. Got a hand on it. And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Young. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Levine for 3. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Dragic. No points in the game yet for him. Over to the wing. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Over Valentine. Iguodala gets the bucket.
The 3 C's, Kevin. Calm, cool, and collected. Iguodala taking his time that time.
Levine for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's Chicago up by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. Then there's Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4. Basket good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Nunn. Dunn covering to tie it up. And Iguodala is good for 3. Iguodala's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
For 3, Levine hands it from downtown.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
He feeds it to Dunn. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And when Dunn finds his comfort zone, his team is all the more dangerous. Just an unreal scorer who continues to add new wrinkles to his game.
Nunn passes to Olynyk. There's the pass to Nunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
A different look for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. Derek Jones comes in for Leonard. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Chris Dunn.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Now, here's Adebayo. And stolen by White. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And with LaVine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with LaVine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Heat. Jimmy Butler. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Chicago. They've held a 12-point lead early. Up again, LaVine on the follow. LaVine's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside, Jones. Right side, Robinson. Kicks it out to Jones. Fires for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. From deep. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jones. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
There's LaVine. It's tipped. And there's the bucket for Markkanen. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Butler in the corner. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Nunn. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And the free throw, no good. Chicago leading by 7. Down low, Markkanen. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. The D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Here's White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And now an 11-point Chicago lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bulls.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But in particular, a real good game it was for Zach LaVine.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. White, wide open. He fired. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, right now if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And of course, Chicago, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And right now for the Nets, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at center. And looking at the Nets, we've got Allen. Lance Thomas out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Levine. Markkanen trying to break loose. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the league.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Levine, and it's sent back by Allen.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Harris up top, guarded by Porter. Allen. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Oh, you see the mobility from the big man right there? Carter Jr. Great at creating for himself there.
The pass to LeVert, stolen by Levine. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And White slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's LeVert. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Here's Chiozza. Thomas. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys.
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Levine, and it's sent back by Allen. Out to White. Levine deciding where to go with it. It's hauled in by Thomas.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Harris's shot is off. Carter comes in with the double team. Allen passes to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was for them last time.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Porter kicks to Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jared Allen. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough match.
Yeah, he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
And the Bulls making a change here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Saransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Young from the arc. The rebound by Luwawu. Kuruc passes to Johnson. Off on the layup.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Let's go. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep the head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
It'll count. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to...
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Crawford. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Kuruc in at the 5. And Temple kicks to Johnson. Here's Luwawu. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Luwawu's got his first points of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. 1 play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Hutchison's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Johnson outside. A second chance effort. And the shot goes down. Johnson's got 5 points so far. And Chicago shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Down against Johnson. Dunn looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Young. From deep three-point range, rebounded by Temple. Nets leading by 4. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Crawford outside. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Temple. Luwawu. It's good on the putback. Luwawu's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
So both teams making some changes here. For Brooklyn, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Shoots. The shot by Harrison, no good.
That's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
No good from Luwawu. Bulls trail by 5. White drives in. Karuch grabs the board. Karuch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Chiozza. Back to Allen. Carter pulls it in.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Harrison kicks to Markkanen. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Chiozza passes to Harris. Good on the shot. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Passes it to Valentine. There's White. Outside, Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss.
He forgets about him on the perimeter. They're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 7. Cans the shot from the wing. White's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Karuch. He's guarded by Markkanen. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Valentine.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No. Oh, look at that range. He got it.
It's he's either crazy or confident for taking that shot. I don't know which one, but call it bucket.
Here's White. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Now the pass to Chiozza. Shoots over White. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, as with the officials, are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. LeVert the pass to Allen. Here's Chioza, defended by Carter. The 15-footer. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Levine with the slam.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. Allen. Oh, that's blocked. And he recovers it. Levine against LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 6 points for Allen.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
LeVert against Levine. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. Up again with the tip, and Thomas with the second chance points. Thomas got 6, and not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Caruth is checked in for Jared Allen. Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Crawford drives in. Thomas, no good.
He's got good position down low, but still forces it in the face of some very tight defense.
And there it is for him.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
And it's Caruth missing. Chicago leading by 4. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they've got a nice groove.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Young passes to Hutchison. Off target from three-point range. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Crawford's shot is good.
I tell you what, he's got an unreal feel for that corner 3. Huge mistake to give him that shot uncontested.
To the middle, it's tipped. Thomas with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Pass to Karuch. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Temple can't get it to go.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Done outside. Back to Young. Dunn kicks to Sederansky. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sederansky's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Johnson outside. Can't connect. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Bulls leading by 4. They've got Luwawu. Also out there, Joe Harris. Tyler Johnson is out there with Lance Thomas. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harrison kicks to Valentine. Shoots the 3. Here's Markkanen. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 6.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
Thomas finds Johnson. Carter against Thomas. And stolen by White.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Harrison, it's blocked. They get it back. Back to Valentine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Luwawu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. And Thomas with the stuff.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
And I told you, Kevin, it's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy, searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Johnson.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Levine, and it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
Pass to Chiozza. Stolen by Markkanen. Only one man back on D. Here's Levine, and he finished it off with the lay-in. And it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And stolen by White. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Chiozza. Sinks the triple. Chiozza's got his first 3 points of the game.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. You gotta have somebody.
Oh!
That's just unreal concentration from Levine, accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
But Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. And then Levine with the jam.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him to rock.
LeVert against Levine. Now here's LeVert, guarded closer, and he banks in the layup.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Levine kicks to Porter. Here's White. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nets trail by 12. Chioza scanning the floor. Nice D from Porter. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Levine can't hit. For the Nets, this one not looking good.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bulls.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Harris. They get the rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
LaVine passes to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And he makes both free throws. Anderson against Porter. Pass to Hall. Johnson outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really...
Our camera circling high above. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Heat. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Nets, just a few spots below there.
And I think for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are. And at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
So the Nets starting five. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at point guard.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Robinson kicks to Butler. Misses the three. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
Now Allen, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. It's good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Robinson with it. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. And he brought it on the glass.
Here's LeVert. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's LeVert. Here's Chioza. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Count that bucket.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
It's LeVert on the wing. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Chioza passes to Thomas. No good there. Good work defensively by Jones. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the three ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Passes it to Chioza. That's tipped and stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. None, that's good.
Defensive Butler is absolutely tremendous. Active hands, came away with a steal on that play.
And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Stolen by Robinson. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball, and the shot goes in. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To end the run, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
The Nets shooting their first free throws here tonight. First free throw is good. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. And both free throws good for Thomas. And Miami has possession. Crowder inside. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Dragic from outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Not really a long-range shooter, but going Dragic must be a priority for the defense on that play.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Cans it from short range. Thomas got 6 points.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Picked him clean. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Thomas, 6 points for him. To the inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Nets making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. The kick out to Crowder, down low. Here's Olynyk. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Temple dishes to Johnson. It's good from long range.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
And so, lots of scoring in that Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Tyler Johnson is out there with Crawford. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Caruge in at the 5 down low. Pass to Luwawu. Jacks up a 3. Miami grabs the miss. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And there's the pass to Crawford. Pass to Caruge. Shoots from 14, and the jumper falls for him. Caruge has got his first 2 points.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
And the wide open shot from Crowder gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When it comes to scoring the ball, this is where Crowder's at his best, off the catch.
And, you know, Smitty, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
Caruge passes to Luwawu. He kicks it to Temple. It's up a 3. That shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. There's Dragic with the 3. Here's Iguodala. The rebound by Luwawu. Nets trail by 4. Here's Caruge. Now here's Crawford. Kicks it out to Johnson. The tray. They grab their own miss. Caruge. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
So, Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always, though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson. Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
Here's Chiosa. Here's Allen. No good on that one.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Iguodala. Rebound, Brooklyn. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Passes it to Chioza. Goes up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Out to Harris. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. A minute 50 left now here in the second. Leonard finds Butler. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Iguodala. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Iguodala's got the lead up to 4 now for Miami. Chioza passes to Harris. Here's Llewellyn. From deep. Allen. It's rebounded by Leonard. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Butler kicks to Iguodala. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 6-point Miami lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Chioza passes to Allen. Shoots over Leonard. That one a little long.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Outside Dragic. Lets the 3 fly. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 8.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Dragic has it in the corner. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
He gets it in there. Crawford's got his first bucket in this one.
The recognition and feel of Crawford is just outstanding. Just taking control of the possession with his unreal ball handling ability.
Back to Butler. Good if it goes. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Terrific way to end a half.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead. And that...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point.
In a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Robinson against LeVert. Robinson kicks to Butler. They get it again.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Chioza passes to Allen. To the paint. Chioza's shot is good. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Jones, no luck.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Harris kicks to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Pass to Jones. Here's Nunn, defended by Allen. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Thomas goes in. At the elbow, it's Harris. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
The pass to Nunn. Here's Robinson. And Adebayo throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
6 to shoot. LeVert from outside. Miami grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Butler. Finished off the break. And now a 9-point Heat lead.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Here's Chiota. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Heat leading by 7. Leonard inside. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Johnson. Tight defense on him. And then Johnson with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Luwawu. Dishes it to Allen. And the layup's good off the glass. Allen's got 6 in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Leonard the pass to Hero. Outside Dragic. Kicks it out to Leonard. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Johnson attacking. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Unable to get that one. And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Caruch. Garrett Temple is out there with Tyler Johnson. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Allen in at the pivot, manning the middle.
Showing the courage and strength to take it up inside. Gorn will now go to the line.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. They trail by 9 points. Out to the right wing from deep, Thomas. The shot misses. And it's Miami the other way. And it's the Heat on the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the plate?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
It's stolen. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And the call against Lance Thomas. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Passes to Silver. Here's Hero. 3 on the clock. Fires the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Down low, here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Here's Hero. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 7. Here's Temple. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Temple's got his first basket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And that one falls for Olynyk. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's LeVert missing. Outside Butler from the arc. Cans it from downtown. And the Heat lead by 11.
Tonight, Butler's been ferocious. Got into a rhythm early and has been able to sustain that effort.
And it's LeVert missing. Miami's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Robinson's got space, and it's Miami with another.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Thomas, good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Butler kicks to Jones. No one near him. The shot off that time, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Feeds it to Thomas. It's Allen, top of the key. Back to Thomas. It's tipped.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Miami.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out to be and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seem to just knock down another triple.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Butler.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Hill comes in for Jimmy Butler. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Robinson. And Hero subbed in for Olenek. Leonard the pass to Hero. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Heat lead by 19.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. RPM check benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up on me.
The Heat came into the building looking sharp, but it's... Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And in flashes, Levine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
We played just over a minute here in the first. The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Jones. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Carter tipped back in for 2.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Stolen by Markkanen. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And a wide-open look for Porter. A three-pointer, no good. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Charlotte. There's the pass to Butler. Adebayo against Carter. To the inside. Jones. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Outside Butler to the middle. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Outside Markkanen. With the fadeaway. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
That one falls.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. The pogo stick gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. And the jam by Levine.
And with out of this world athletic ability, Levine has become one of the game's best dunkers.
Olynyk has the open look. No good from outside. Chicago leading by 3. And it's Dunn in the corner. It's Young on the wing. Rebound by Olynyk. Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Crowder kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Olynyk from the corner, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Inside, nifty move, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Dunn. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Rockets the pass to Crowder. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 6. Here's Crowder. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Young slams it home.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Iguodala finds Dragic. Back to Iguodala. Outside Dragic. Bucket is good.
Awesome drive from Dragic there. Simply put it up and put it in.
It could go. Oh, he got it to go.
Patient. Bam.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Harrison. Then there's Valentine, and it's Cornette in at the center position. The Bulls leading by 6. Harrison kicks to Cornette. Back to Harrison. The 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Left side, Crowder passes it to Silva. 6 on the shot clock. Hit the tip, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Silva. Leonard trying to break free. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Silva. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Valentine. Here's Harrison. Connects from three-point range.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
Here's Crowder. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Porter's checked in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Butler. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, White. They get it back. Here's Nunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Robinson passes to Nunn. Robinson drives in. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Shoots from the line, and that one comes up a bit short.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And White kicks to Markkanen. No good that time. And Miami the other way now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Leonard attacking the pass to Robinson. Butler in the corner. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. Looking to end the run. And the rejection by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Porter finds White. Here's Carter. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. Chicago making some changes. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Carter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Leonard. And it's Iguodala in for Robinson. Butler dishes to Olynyk. Pass to Adebayo. And Butler puts up a deep 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at point. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab-ratting what that team is about, but really well-thought-out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This 2-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Levine against Robinson, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Chicago, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen, and it's Valentine in for Porter. And so Levine nails both of them. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. A 2-point game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Only shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Adebayo passes to Butler. No good with the triple. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Levine, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 6 here in this quarter.
So aggressive once he gets high. I love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Levine. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 3. Kicks it to Levine. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Goran Dragic. The Bulls have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Hero.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And it's Dragic off the drive, lays it up and banks it in. Dragic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Silva, the pass to Olynyk. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Olynyk's got 6 points.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Goran Dragic? He's putting up about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Valentine. And Miami also making a switch. Leonard's checked in. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Olynyk's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession. And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
The kick out to Dragic. Clock at 6. Back to Olynyk. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. He's got 10.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Levine. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Markkanen. Chalk up 2 there.
And look at how Dunn slices apart the defense with his passing. Phenomenal in the pick and roll. And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Right side Crowder. He kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Possessing the length and explosiveness to do just that. Leonard looks good when he's taking it hard to the rack.
Dunn. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with Dunn, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The offensive rebound, Markkanen from deep three-point range. Carter tips it back in, and the Bulls lead by 2.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's Jones. And it's sent back by Carter. In transition, here come the Bulls. White's running, and that one is good. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Iguodala kicks to Jones. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. White dishes to Markkanen. Fires from deep. White, good.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Jones. Shoots over Markkanen. It counts. And the foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Satoransky's checked in for the Bulls. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Carter. Pass to Satoransky. Bulls moving the ball around. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Satoransky. Robinson down low. Satoransky covering. Got a piece of it. And here's Porter. Over in the corner. White. Off target with his 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Satoransky, the pass to White. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Pass to Nunn. Now Butler. White covering. Nunn passes to Butler. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Here's Porter, and he lays it straight in. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Outside Butler, the pass to Nunn. Porter against Butler. To the middle. Here's Jones. And that one is off. Nice D from Porter. Here's Satoransky. He's off on that one. The Heat trail by 7. Jones, the pass to Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And that's 13 points for Jimmy Butler.
And you can see the leadership there that Butler possesses. Commanding the rock on important possessions here down the stretch.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
To the right side. Adebayo finds Butler. Robinson against White. Robinson passes to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. Jones, that's for 2. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Satoransky the pass to Porter. Here's White. They grab their own miss. And it's Jones with the ball for the Heat. They trail by 7. Here's Nunn. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Satoransky the pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. So the wing on the left, White makes it off the glass.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
A deep 3 from Butler. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. No good. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it.